is only about who gets the most Void Rays the fastest while staying safe. Before it was who gets the most Colossi the fastest, and Seed proved everybody wrong by going 4 Colossi, and the rest of his army was Immortals Archons. And he got his GSL title that way. You know, this will get figured out eventually as well, but I'm not going to deny that I really think that Void Rays are just a little tad broken right now and needs adjusting, not only because of PvP, but also because of PvZ late game.
Yeah, PvZ as well, because it just kind of seems once they get to about 6 Void Rays, everything starts dying.
Yeah.
But, no, I'm also a fan of Phoenix versus Phoenix builds, because you see them a lot in PvP, because Void Rays are terrible against Phoenixes, and you can get a lot more Phoenixes out. But then if both players are in the same mindset, you tend to see big balls of Phoenixes fight each other, which is kind of like Muta versus Muta, except they fire while they're shooting. So you just see these constant 2 balls flying around, attacking each other. It's like a really awesome fireworks show.
That is true. You remember the time when Phoenixes couldn't shoot while moving?
Yeah, wow, they were bad.
They were so bad. Like that
like,
was the most useless unit ever, similar to Brood War Scouts for Protoss. Like, no one ever built Scouts in Brood War. No one.
But I mean, it was like, here, have this really fast unit, but it's low range. Okay. And it can't move while it shoots. So basically you have to move and then stop. And it's like, oh, well, that's bad.
Yeah.
When am I going to use this?
Alright, so Narain here, he's going for double gas on 15 as opposed to Thoms, who could just go for a single gas, but puts 3 in each, and Narain is putting 2 in each. This could be a lot of things. We could see a 3 Stalker opening with double gate. Oh no, we have a Zealot. Okay, so it's not going to be that, so I suspect some tech will be going down. Otherwise, if you see a second gate and 3 Stalker opening, you might suspect Blink, which is a fairly good build. 3 gate Blink versus Stargate plays. Counters that quite well, especially if your opponent is going for a really fast Stargate. Now, one interesting thing about PvP nowadays is that most people, or some people, think that you can defend just by having a Mothership Core. This is not so. Because if a 4-gate hits you, you still need those units. Because the Nexus Cannon lasts only 60 seconds and, you know, you have only 2 gateways, for example, versus 4. That's not good.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but it's only the equivalent damage of a cannon?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like having a photon cannon there with a bit of extra health. It's like, oh, it's
range.
Nice.
No, the biggest boon is the range. You can.
It's the range as well, yeah, because it's 13 the range or 14?
Yeah. So like on this map, for example, it extends all the way up to here, almost to the ramp. So basically, if you keep your units between the inside the Nexus Cannon range, between the ramp and your Nexus, you can kill a lot of stuff before they even get into the range of your probes and buildings, which is kind of good. And we do see 3 gates and a Stargate on Narain's side.
And a Robo. Eesh. That's not great for Sintox here.
No, it is not, and he hasn't scouted at all so far. Not a probe scout. He's like, this is what I would call a really freaking greedy build.
Yeah, this is kind of, I'm gonna roll the dice, and if it works out, it does, and if it doesn't, oh well, PvP.
Ooh, wait a minute. This could very well be an all-in here. We have the Mothership Core for defense by Narain, but he's chrono boosting out Phoenixes and getting a 4th gateway. Let's see what. Yeah, more Phoenixes. All right, I'm calling it. This is going to be an all-in. And the beautiful thing about this all-in is that the longer you wait, the more powerful it becomes, because your Phoenixes will have more and more energy, backed up by 4 gateways. This is going to be tough to hold.
Yep, and Sintox gets the scout off, and well, he's got to be having a little brown trouser moment here. He's got an Immortal on the way, which is going to help clean up anything on the ground, but there's no Stalkers here. It's mostly Zealots and 1 Sentry, so I'm not sure how well he's going to hold this, but then again...
Well, I mean, Narain is doing a beautiful thing here. He's getting Zealots, lots of them, because he knows the only threat to the Phoenixes, which are the backbone of this push, are going to be Immortals and other Zealots. lifting up the sentries, getting that, but the Nexus Cannon is activated. Those Phoenix will have to pull back lest they are killed. We do see 3 of them now. Now the nice thing about these Phoenixes, also they can kill the Mothership Core, but before he engages he has to wait a little bit more, about 40 more seconds before the Nexus Cannon subsides.
Yeah, I really do think they need to add a timer for that. But yeah, this mostly Zealot army is going to be really good against this Immortal army. It's going to mean that the Stalkers can't just shoot the Phoenixes. They've got to back off and try and kite the Zealots.
Yeah.
And it's just going to make Thomas's life a lot more difficult.
So, I think he'll have to attack just right now. If he waits for any longer, it might be that he won't be able to break his opponent. Maybe kill the expansion, but that will be all he will be able to achieve. And here we go. Will we see a time warp? No, we see force fields getting planted down. The army below is annihilated in a matter of seconds. The Phoenix is almost succeeded in killing the Mothership Core. There we go as it goes down. And Narain's Mothership Core is still alive and kicking. The Zealots start streaming in, and even with a time warp, this could break. This could break Thumbs, even without those force fields. Wow, insane force fields right there, and this should be GG. There is nothing left to defend Thumbs from the advancing army, and there we